I will announce a few our Umdis courses that we will hold in near future. So next week we have a big interesting course in Turkey. We have group, one of the biggest group we ever had. We have 50 people on this course with Yuri Boychuk, and for 3 days we will learn about mushroom growing with Turkish specifics. Then in March, we have two courses in India with, again, Yuri Boychuk for mushroom growing and with Edward Lewandowski for oyster mushrooms in the second half of March in India. Then the next event will be in April in Poland. Before mushroom days in Netherlands, we will have two courses with one with Wojtek Konieczny, button mushroom growing, or a big beautiful farm of fungi team near Sedlce in Poland, and after this course with Lina Turowska about harvesting organization process. And then check our website for future courses. We will have soon courses for until the end of the year. And we just decided that in the end of the May and start of June, we will conduct yacht cruise for mushroom growers in Croatia. We will rent a few catamarans and we'll do very nice trip around Croatia for a week. It will not be course, it will be more leisure, but with very good company. So now I see that Armen managed to show us his presentation. So Armen, your...
Okay, thank you. It was quite interesting about your plans and catamaran and all. I think they will enjoy, everyone who will participate. Okay, so let's go ahead. At the beginning, I would like to tell about me something in a few words. My name is Armen Gogyan. I'm currently working at Mush Comb as a senior sales manager. And previously, I have been working in mushroom farm manager in United Arab Emirates, at the same time a head grower. I saw one of the participants from Dubai, Mr. Mohammed. Hello, Mr. Mohammed, how are you? He knows me personally and maybe probably some of you. So in 2018, our company participated in award winning Rakes Business Excellence Award as a small business, and we won that award. I'm proud of that. For those 11 years, all the visitors to our mushroom farm were calling me as a mushroom man. I used to enter with the visitors to the growing rooms where harvest rooms, their mushrooms already been harvested. And I was always picking one mushroom from right away from the bed, and I was tasting it, and I was advising the same to my visitors, and it was very funny, and they started to call me as a mushroom man. Okay, anyway, here on the bottom side of the page, you can see my contact details, my mobile WhatsApp number, email ID, and on the bottom right corner, you can see a QR code you can scan, and you can have, right now, I will keep for 10 seconds, so you can scan the QR code and you will have my business card in case you need to contact me in the future. I would be happy to assist you and answer to your questions. Okay, let's go to next page. about today's topic, starting a mushroom business from idea to working farm. This title covers the topic from A to Z. So when we have an idea to establish a company, in this case, a mushroom farm, so we implement that idea, we realize that idea, and then we have a working farm. So one of the often questions I receive myself, and what is the minimum viable size of a mushroom farm? That is an interesting question, but there is no certain exact answer to this because every country is different. Every climate is different in every country, and capabilities of investors are way different. But of course, in general, we can talk about the minimum size. I always I advise to customers. I'm not saying that that is the perfect only single answer to that question, but this is how I think that at least farmers must think about to close the cycle. Means if you establish a mushroom farm, for example, you want to have 3 flushes harvest, means for button mushrooms, it is roughly a 6 weeks growing cycle. So at least you must have 6 growing rooms to think about establishing a mushroom farm to be able to close one full cycle. So during the week, at least 50% of the week, you have freshly harvested mushrooms. But of course, would be nice to have 12 growing rooms, because when you have 12 growing rooms, means every day of the week, if you manage and create your cultivation schedule in a right way, with 12 growing rooms, you will have every day freshly picked mushrooms. Why this is important? Because when you produce the mushrooms, this is the first important part that everyone proud of, to have his own production of the mushrooms. But the next, not less important part is the sales. So you produce the mushrooms and you need to sell it. When you approach to a client, retailer or wholesaler, he wants to have consistent deliveries to his location. So every day he has fresh mushrooms, because mushrooms are perishable, and once you have already 1, 2, 3 days old picked mushrooms, every day the quality is declining. It is not so much already white color if we talk about white button mushrooms. So yes, my answer is the following: at least to have 6 growing rooms, but it is better, of course, to fully close the cycle and have 12 rooms. What would be the size of the growing rooms I would recommend? I would say at least around 250 square meters. It doesn't mean if it is less than 200 square meters, it is you cannot do a mushroom farm. Yes, you can, but investment-wise, you invest on equipment that if the room is bigger or smaller, anyway, you have to invest on that equipment. For example, you need to invest in chiller. If you have 250 square meters or 350 or 400, you have to just a little bit increase the capacity of the chiller you are going to purchase, or air handling climate units. The same thing applies. But for example, the climate control software the central computer, it is almost the same price. Only according to capacity and the quantity of the rooms, your controls are changing, the sensors quantity, etc., depending on the room. That is why, to answer this question, 6 rooms, 12 rooms are better, and at least around 250, 300 square meters of growing surface in each rooms. Yes, this is one of the difficult answers, of course. The second point, what information should a potential investor provide to companies that offer comprehensive solutions? First, let's understand what does it mean, comprehensive solution. Let's talk a little bit in a language to understand, to be understandable for everyone, even for beginners. So when we say comprehensive, in some cases turnkey, means we start with design, engineering, we provide all kinds of equipment and machinery and climate control and advice and technology advice, training, everything. So starting with the startup, we have every supplier, not only us, help customers to start up their farms with trainings and with startup services and all. And it is indeed a very good topic to talk about what questions and what potential investors, what information to provide. This is basically very much related to the specific country, the market situation and availability of raw materials. In some countries, I would bring an example for like Spain or Ireland. In those countries, there are not so much quantities of imported raw materials, first of all, for the compost, because there are available compost producing companies there that can feed the market, but anyway, there are farmers and there are customers that prefer to purchase the raw materials, compost and casing from Netherlands, with known to every one of us a reason, because we know that the Dutch raw materials are very high quality. Apart of that, what other information? The climate information is very, very important. The geographics of the farm and the project is going to be established. And when customers, potential customers, when they want to start the farm, apply, for example, to Mush Comb, we always determine all above I said. So the climate, we calculate precisely what kind of historical even climate situation they have, climate conditions they have, because this is very important for calculating the capacities of the chiller and the heating units and air handling units and everything else. And even the elevation of the country is very important. Availability is oxygen, and yeah, all aspects are very important. So if it will be difficult for me to say what information exactly, but for you to know, we as a supplier at Mush Comb, we ask many details from customers. Sometimes they surprise why we need those this kind of information. We need that information to calculate everything precisely, because we don't want to overload heavily on the customer's shoulders the investment part. We want to sell and provide and supply items that customer needs, not more and not less, because every dollar or euro or currency earned by customer is earned very hard, and we respect that. So next topic is, will the first consultation be free at Mush Comb, and under what conditions can person receive it? Okay, right away, my instant answer is it is free of charge. We never charge customers, at least beginners. We never charge anything when they want to know information about how to establish a new farm, a new project, let it be compost farm, let it be mushroom farm or compost production. We always do the first consultation with the customer free of charge. And I would say directly until the point of the order, when already the customer decides to order something from Mush Comb, let it be a machinery or a complete farm solution or compost facility solutions. We don't charge customer anything until the initial first stage of engineering and design and all. So for you to know, anytime anyone wants to have a consultation with Mush Comb, I am here for you. You have my details. You can contact me. We can arrange a video call, online appointment, or very simple WhatsApp call and telephone call, mobile phone call, and we can discuss the details. It's no problem. What will be the expected output of the consultation, and how detailed will it be? Of course, this is very wide, with a question with very wide frames, can be spoken in half an hour, 10 minutes, or it may be around 1 hour, 2 hours. It depends very much on the customer's demand, what he wants, and what kind of information he is seeking for. But just to give you an idea, this consultation will be in average in half an hour. We can provide a basic general understanding that what the customer needs to know about establishing a new mushroom farm or compost company. And how detailed it be? Again, depending on customer needs, and knowledge, of course. If the customer is very with very less information about mushroom production, with let's say almost zero knowledge about mushroom industry, then of course it can be a little bit less detailed at the beginning. First of all, to explain customer about the general requirements of establishing a mushroom farm or compost production. Then, in case still customer will want to continue with his idea, the detailed information can be provided. How detailed? Again, I will repeat my answer from previous topic, that until the first initial step of the project, when Mush Comb already starts to provide drawings and layout and everything, until that point, everything can be detailed, with detailed quotation, with everything that customer needs to know, because each customer wants to understand what he must pay for before he do that payment. Everyone thinks in that way, and I understand that. Myself also, I am thinking in that way, because if I want to buy something, I want to know what I am buying before I do the payment. And what are the next steps if initial discussion indicates that the project is feasible? The next stage, of course, we act in two ways. We ask a customer questions to understand when he's planning to realize the project, means invest in the project. If customer says, financially, I'm ready, I just want to understand if I wanted to understand if it is feasible or no. But when we say it is already feasible and customer has a decision to start and the funds are available, so that time we suggest customer having a detailed quotation about starting from initial design, engineering, drawing, machinery, equipment, and finishing with service part when everything is ready and farm to be provided with startup service. But when customer says, for example, yes, I want to start, but not now, many customers are seeking for government funds and they need at least around starting from 6 months to 1 year, sometimes 2 years, 3 years, because of many documentation requirements from government funding organizations. So in those cases, we provide so-called budget price. So we calculate not so precisely, but at least we provide customer information about the cost part by part, starting from engineering, machinery, equipment, climate solutions, service part, and everything together in total. So customer understands that if his funds is ready for investment, approximately he needs this much amount. So this is answer to your question. Basically, Maxim, as you advised at the beginning to talk about starting a mushroom business from ideas to working farm, I already covered with my short explanations.
Yeah, super. Thank you, Armen. And now we will go for the part where you can present equipment and solutions that you can offer for mushroom growers. Just because of this, just before this, let me tell that after the rest of presentation of Armen, we will have ability to ask him questions, of course. So wait. And Armen, please be quite short. Because we already spent half an hour here.
Okay.
Thank you.
What we do, I already some parts covered in my previous slides. We do project management, we do supervision. What does it mean? We supply to customer everything, initial drawings, design. We do everything from A to Z. Customer needs to run and start his farm. Only what we don't do, we don't go to customer site, for example, Chile or Spain or wherever it is, to build, to construct the building for the customer. Why? Answer is very simple. Because if we supply from here all building materials and we provide manpower for constructing the building, it will be much times expensive than customer would construct it with own local constructing company with the help of Mush Comb, with the help of Mush Comb instructions and supervision and project management. What we do advanced engineering. So when we provide all the drawings, and the local constructing companies can convert those engineered drawings into a master plans and build the farm. So we cover everything. Of course, we supply a full range of machinery, equipment for mushroom farms, compost facilities, also to emerging market of mycelium production. And here I want to mention for the machinery part, then when we have full range of machinery, but we have basic range, we have economy range, we have premium range, depends what budget customer has. According to the budget, we always try to fit in so customer has the required solution. And also how we make ourselves different than other suppliers in the market. We produce almost all machinery, custom made, tailored to circumstances and conditions and spaces, dimensions of customers' farm. Sometimes standard machines are not fitting there, but we don't say no. Just we take measurement from customer and we produce our machinery according to customer's condition. Of course, climate control systems. Again, here we are somewhere different than other suppliers because all software and climate control technology available in the market, almost with every supplier is same. What is different with us? We control the climate based on evaporation technology. So what does it mean? Other softwares also can measure the evaporation for the mushroom farms. We also do that, but other supplier softwares don't control the climate based on evaporation. They just monitor. But we, as an optionally, we have that feature. If customer wants, as an add-on, we provide control based on evaporation control, which is the key for mushroom production. And of course, expert consultancy and ongoing assistance. Here, I'm not going to tell anything more. So we do all kind of advice, consultation for the startups and for existing farms for every situation. And by the way, this year will be Mush Comb's 30th anniversary. Just I wanted to mention about that, you know. And what we produce, our products, everything related to mushrooms and compost production, we produce in our factory here in Netherlands. So you can see in the pictures, head filling machines, pulling winches, emptying winches for the tunnels. And also on the right bottom side corner, you can see where two trucks are parked. This is our unique production. We were the first supplier in the world. We invented this solution. This is casing separating solution. So full range of filling and emptying solutions for mushroom farms and using phase 2 and phase 3 compost. Bunker and tunnel machinery, equipment, and climate control systems. I mentioned already about casing separation solutions. And of course, shelving and picking lorries designed for optimal harvesting solutions. We have a very wide range of picking lorries, again, from very basic manual to very flexible and automated self-driven picking lorries. And of course, we are not stepping on the same place. So we are developing some new machinery. Maybe soon we will announce about them. Here are some, again, pictures about what we produce. There is many machines and equipment not shown in this presentation because there are just a lot. It's not possible to put in a very much short presentation. Of course, climate solutions, climate control systems, air handling units, and along with software. We don't buy software from other vendors and suppliers. We developed our own software, and every time on daily basis, on hourly basis, I would say, we are working on it. We do development. We have our software engineers who every day work on this software, and every day they develop. Our climate control systems are dedicated for composting production, for button mushrooms, for exotic varieties, and as I mentioned before, for mycelium production also. And we mentioned also here in this slide about precise evaporation control, which is key feature for mushroom production, mushroom cultivation. And also I want to mention that we have very high performance climate air handling units for every kind of farm and composting tunnels, etc. And a few words about the mycelium. We call it mycelium revolution because on the picture you can see already harvested mycelium placed in the trays. And nowadays there are some companies worldwide that grow mycelium. And with mycelium, you have almost same growing rooms, but little bit special climate with much more higher relative humidity conditions and custom design shelving. It's almost the same shelving, but it has to be custom designed because the requirements are different. So through controlled cultivation, mycelium forms a high performance and very sustainable structure. With the help of that product, it can be used for producing compostable packaging materials, bio-based insulation, and building panels. It is widely used now in many countries in buildings. And for vegan leather and textiles, plant-based protein alternatives, and even as a bacon, like meat. And some references of companies worldwide. We have our solutions and projects and machinery and everything, starting from US to South Africa, the entire Europe and Southern American countries, in Armenia, in Kazakhstan, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, everywhere in the world. So basically, this was the presentation, and I'm happy to answer the questions. And these are my contact details, and of course, general contact details for Mush Comb, and you are welcome to contact us anytime. We are happy to support you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Armen, for interesting presentation. And I know a few projects of made by your company, and they are very good as always. And now we can ask Armen the questions. When you want, please raise your hand, and we will switch on your microphones. Moment. Yeah. Okay. Now you can switch on your microphones and ask questions. Sharjil, please switch on your microphone And last
Hello,
question.
sir. Sir, it's very nice to hear all and see all the presentation. Thank you so much. My question is, I do composting for button mushrooms. I just wanna make sure what should be the pressure of the bunker if we do composting, sir. If we have a compost height at 2 to 2.2 meters, while we do compost for like 25 to 27 tons in the bunker, sir.
You are asking about pressure of what pressure you are asking about?
The pressure, the air pressure of the bunker at the holes, sir.
Look, it's I'm not a composting advisor or a specialist. It's difficult for me to answer to your question, but uh, in my knowledge, if your compost bunker has been built on a spigot system in with the right calculations with your supplier, you don't have to worry about anything. But if you build it as your own without like specialist advice, it is difficult to answer to that question, honestly, because first of all, I'm not a specialist in that field.
Yeah, it's more technical questions, but by the
Yes.
way, Sergio, I can recommend our online composting course for this. There I have we have answers to those questions, and also you can consult with our expert. But the answer to your question is from 4 up to 8,000 pascals. You have to have in the nozzles. I want to ask Armen about design of mushroom farm and compost yards. If you your company create designs themselves, and if you supply like turnkey farms, or it should be somebody else who should be involved.
Okay, answer to your first question about design. Yes, everything we do ourselves. We don't do any outsourcing. We have our our own engineering department and engineering team. So when we understand what is the requirement of the customer, basically our first question to determine the design: how much is the size of the land customer has. Second question: how much mushrooms customer wants to produce, let's say, in weekly basis. When we know that information, we can already calculate and determine the design and provide to customer. And also I want to mention here a very important thing. We, as a technology and machinery supplier company, we never insist on our version of the design. We discuss always with customer. Of course, if customer doesn't have enough knowledge and we understand that customer's design is not suitable for right mushroom farming, we say, customer, please don't go in that way and go in this way. But if our approaches are safe and right approaches, of course, we also listen to customer and we design together. And to ask a question about to ask to your second question about the turnkey solutions. We name it a little bit in different way. We don't say turnkey. Why? Because many companies are saying we provide turnkey, but basically it is not a turnkey. Turnkey is that a supplier goes to customer side, provides all kind of building and technical solutions from his side, from supplier side, also constructs the building from his own main power. So this is the turnkey. No, in this way we don't do. As said in the beginning of webinar, we believe that if we do in this way, of course we can do, it's no problem, but the construction part and the building constructing will be times expensive on the for the customer investment. So we only manage the project. We do all the design, engineering. Our engineering team many times, depending on the project volume, flies over the location of the customer, stays there for a week, 2 weeks, 20 days, whatever requirements are. And those visits are can be many times during the project evaluation, and provides trainings and provides instructions and closely work and in collaboration with local constructing companies. And in this way, we do turnkey. But again, if you ask me, I don't call it turnkey because I told already what is the turnkey. And the rest, of course, we cover everything from A to Z: machinery, equipment, shelving, climate control solutions, harvesting solutions, everything.
Thank you, Armen. We recently had a case of collaboration on with a farm that was just built by Mush Comb in the Middle East, and farm successfully started, and everything file I can really recommend. So Andres, do you have a question?
Yeah, thank you. Dear Armen, best regards from Peru.
Thank you.
I have this is for a university project. I didn't know where to start because this is a small project. In order to start a big one, a bigger project. Well, what would be the lower amount of compost I would have to prepare in order to cultivate a small quantity of button mushrooms? Thank you.
Okay. I don't know in what, do you have already room somewhere you want, or it is in laboratory conditions?
Oh yeah, this is in the laboratory conditions. Because I know, for example, if I saw in YouTube small boxes to cultivate button mushrooms, but I was wondering what would be the lower amount of compost I would have to prepare, because there is a required temperature to prepare the compost, and if I would have 1 kilogram or 2 kilograms of the materials, I probably would not reach that temperature.
Yes, you are right. Basically, to answer to your question, of course, it is very small scale. It is like lab conditions, but the so-called standards for compost volume, we always say for phase 3 fully incubated compost, ready to grow, ready to case and grow, we recommend having at least 85 kilos per square meter. So depending on your circumstances, where exactly, in what conditions, is it a small shelving or is it a mushroom bags where you want to grow? If it is a shelving, then the standard always it's around between 85 till 90 kilos. But if it is a mushroom bag, you have to consider a little bit higher volumes to keep the activity in. Also, it is highly dependent on the quality of the compost, because if the compost, when I said 85 or between 85 90 kilos per square meter, I mean for the very good quality compost. It's hard to say if the compost quality is declining, so you have to use a little bit more compost to achieve the same results.
Oh, thank you very much.
Andres. Thank you. Okay, we don't have more questions. Armen, thank you very much for interesting presentation. Thank you for supporting us in our activities. Look forward to see you and your presentation on our courses. And that's it for today. Thank you very much to all participants.
Okay, thank you, Maxim. Thank you, all participants, and thank you. Have a good day and have a good weekend.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good day.
Bye-bye.